Hi there, I'm Liv. I'm the new junior video producer here at Dicebreaker. Hi. And I've got some questions to answer, so let's give it a go.
And I'm here to announce the questions.
Gosh.
Dramatically.
Disembodied
Liv,
voice.
Your first question is... What tabletop-related item is most effective as an implement of murder?
Why would that be the first one? What have I done to deserve this? Okay. I reckon, a really good... So, if you have a really... a turn indicator, right? Hear me out. But it's particularly sharp. So that would be a good one. I think there's also, just if you're doing a written RPG thing, you're gonna have a pen on hand. So that's there's that. I haven't thought about this a lot, and I think that's a good thing. So yeah.
Next question. Tiny games or massive games?
It's gotta be a massive game. I want to get stuck in for several hours at a time, not look away from the game until the night has fallen and I don't know where I am or who I am anymore.
Next question. What's your favorite type of die?
My favorite type of die, because I am a D&D nerd, it's gotta be that 20-sided die. It's gotta be that D20. Rolling them crits.
Next question. Board games or card games?
I'm not even gonna act like I'm taking the time to think about it. It's gotta be board games for me. Love me a good card game, but it can't be bringing out the huge box and all the bits and pieces and getting into it.
Next question. What excites you about Dicebreaker?
I think the better question is, what doesn't excite me about Dicebreaker? I think it's just the fact that there's always going to be something new cropping up in the board game world, and we're going to be the first people to really talk about it. That's not true explicitly, but we'll be. But I'm just excited to be able to just immerse myself into board games and work with a wonderful team who knows their stuff.
Next question. Why did you join Dicebreaker?
Because they let me. No, I've always been in love with board games. I'm an only child, so I would have to try to get my parents to play board games with me when I was young. They didn't understand what was going on. I tried to explain, it didn't really work. So I've only been able to really get into board games properly since I've been older, and it's a passion of mine. And I'm so glad I'm here.
Next question. What's your favorite place to play games?
Okay, so this is tough because the part of me that wants to just be outside again says a board game cafe, because being around people is really nice. But I do love just being around a dining table, just a really nice big dining table, and maybe there are just bits and bobs of snacks just crammed in around the board game or whatever we're playing, and yeah, it's just a nice communal space. It's warm and cozy.
Next question. Which celebrity would you like most to play an RPG with?
Okay. Do we mean celebrities in terms of within the board gaming sphere? Oh, okay, good. Then I would have to say, I feel like Emma Watson would be fun because she's just smarter than me. So I feel like it would be like a like maybe she's it's just like a one-on-one, like two-player board game, and I'm gonna be decimated, but maybe I'll learn something, you know.
Next question. If you could design one board game, what would it be about?
Okay, so I've realized that one of my favorite genres of board game is anything related to horror. So it would probably be some kind of horror trope. I know everything's been done, but you know what? Something I haven't seen is maybe something to do with ancient Egypt. Maybe you're getting chased around by a mummy or something. There's probably, that game probably exists. If so, I'm going to look at it.
Next question. If you died, what game would they play at your funeral?
Okay. There are so many questions to do with death on this wheel. Okay, so I think it would be nice to have like just one big party game that everyone could get involved in. So something like Werewolf or Mafia or Secret Hitler, but I feel like those would kind of be a bit of a downer to play at a funeral. But it's my final wish, and I get what I want.
Next question. What is the most edible board game component?
The dice. That's it. No, the dice. Look, there are gummy versions of dice that you can get now, and I know I have a friend of mine who decided to freak one of her friends out by eating one of the gummy dice, but pretending that it was real, and I think that's really funny. So yeah, the dice.
Next question. D&D or indie RPG?
So, I'm in love with D&D. It's true. I'm sure that it's going to be quite obvious soon enough. But finding a new indie RPG that I haven't played yet and I'm learning the mechanics of is very exciting to me. So I'm going to have to go with indie RPG.
Next question. If you were a board game, what kind of board game would you be?
I like to think that I'd just be a nice cooperative board game where everyone is joining hands and having fun. No, maybe a cooperative board game, but there's a secret hidden role mechanic involved. Ooh. So it's just like a dash of mystery.
Next question. If you and your friends were stuck on a desert island, what 3 games would you bring?
Okay, so nothing with a defective mechanic, because I feel like that would just push too many buttons and we would be on a desert island, so we wouldn't want that. I think I would bring Betrayal at the House on the Hill, because there are so many different options and you could just keep playing again and it's going to be different. I think I could also bring something just kind of simple. Sushi Go would be nice, I think. It's just a nice, bright, happy little game that might take our mind off being stuck on the desert island. And I think as well, what else would be consoling at such a time? Specifically board games, not an RPG. Okay. All right. I think just, some minis for D&D. Let's go with that. Yeah.
Next question. What game are you sick to death of playing?
Sick to death of playing. Ooh. There are certain games that I should be sick to death of playing, but I'm still not. It's definitely a cop-out to be like, I'm not sick of any games. Even though I've said I love it a lot, I've played a lot of Betrayal. But mostly, no, I don't think there are any I'm particularly sick of. I will think of something. after this, and then it's gonna come to me. But right now, I can't think of anything.
Tune into our social channels to find out more.
Yes.
Next question. What's the weirdest thing one of your RPG characters has ever done?
I know the answer. So I have a Water Ganassi rogue bard, and she thinks she's all that. So she was at a bar one time, and she decided to knock back a drink real fast to be impressive. I had to roll a Constitution save for that. She got a natural 1. So she vomited everywhere. But because she's a Water Ganassi, I was like, I use shape water to catch it. And place it carefully out the window and then leave. And that's it.
Next question. Ameritrash or Eurogame?
Ameritrash. I'm a big fan of Camp Grizzly. and that's the game that, allowed me to become a part of the Dicebreaker team, and so it's got a special place in my heart, So I'll go with Ameritrash.
Next question. Bonk, marry, kill. Camp Grizzly, Betrayal at the Haunted House on the Hill, or Dungeons and Dragons?
The logistics. Something I'm trying to figure out. Okay. I'm going to Bonk Dungeons and Dragons, because that's basically one of the main mechanics of the game. You know what I mean? I'm going to marry, Betrayal, and kill Camp Grizzly, because that's what the game's about.
Penultimate question. What's the prettiest board game you've ever seen?
The prettiest? Oh. I think Root's got to be up there. I think it's not only is it very pretty, the characters are so adorable. And so I think that makes it for me. Yeah, I'd go with Root.
And now, your final question. The spin seems a bit irrelevant on this one. Can you name 4 board game designers?
That's the hardest one. Why is this the last one? I can do that. I haven't, thought of the. They're not written down. Okay. Yeah, Matt Leacock. Fantastic. So many, like, you know what? Do I have to go into why? I'll just rattle them off. Matt Leacock. I would say Isaac Vega and John Gilmore, who have done Dead of Winter. I've gone against myself now, and I've gone into it. All right, I'm gonna start again. Isaac Vega, John Gilmore did Dead of Winter. Matt Leacock, Forbidden Desert, amazing game. Ted Alsbach, I think, was the OG creator of like Ultimate Werewolf. And then also the last one, Bruce Glasgow, who started off Betrayal, and then he kicked it off. So yeah. Thanks very much for all the questions, gang. I've been Liv. Wheels is here. Yeah, make sure to check out the Dicebreaker website for more news on board games, and check out the other videos that we have. Maybe a few will be popping up somewhere on the screen, so click on those. And yeah, make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.
And have a lovely day.
A lovely day. Bye.